Live. Nice. Can we get a hello over in the chat? See if everyone can hear us okay.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
There we go. Vandar. Cool.
Oh.
All right. Well,
on my YouTube it says it's waiting. Oh, now it's live. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got a short delay.
Oh, we are here. We are here on YouTube. It's okay.
Great. Sounds good. Okay, so now that we got that figured out, welcome everyone again to the next ZBrain online meeting with BitcoinZ community and a lot of its members, community members, special guests. And we have a slide up here for time zones. So if you want to share that with your friends and family, go for it. Go ahead.
Mute YouTube and Facebook and everything.
Are we having some? What are you talking about?
Any echo? You
need to mute YouTube or close YouTube.
Yeah, so we are here online now, and it's fine to be here. So every speaker has to close the mute on the YouTube side because we hear everything in double. So yeah, I'm happy.
I'm not hearing anything. I don't have YouTube open other than the.
Yeah, we should rely on.
Sounds great to me over here.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So go ahead and share this nice slide with all the time zones because we want as many people to be involved as we can because we have a lot of good updates, a lot of really good topics to cover. I'm gonna go ahead and move to the next slide. Whoa, that's awesome. So just as a list of topics here, I'm sorry if I missed this, Corey. Vidulum, is that how you say that?
Yeah, Vidulum. It's all this, yeah, wallet in Latin.
Sounds good. Oh, okay, great. Well, that's good to know then. Vidulum wallet, which is our special guest, Corey. You've probably heard of the staking that's going involved with that wallet and that really good wallet system that they've created, and launch has been around. We're going to cover various topics, recent news. Then there's an awesome getBTCZ.com update. And then, of course, as probably the people that here know already, we are on a 3-year anniversary. September 9th, 2017 is when BitcoinZ and its community launched.
Yeah, nice anniversary. I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Happy anniversary. We've definitely come a long way. So I'm going to be happy all of us to touch on all the topics here. Marcellus and I will speak about the BTCZ core updates. We have kind of some rolling updates that we want to do and work on, and then I think Rock will have an update on Ledger and Trezor. Filtering on exchanges. These are some concepts that we want to kind of have as core approaches to adding exchanges. Set of criteria that we want to go over, and then of course a very important thing is partnerships and businesses accepting BTCZ, and we're doing very good on one of the coin of the month competitions. We'll get into that. Proposal system, I believe Monobody and maybe Vandar will both speak to this, kind of how we can maybe streamline the way the proposal system works better on the forums. And then we're going to open up to some questions so at our community feedback. So I'm going to go ahead and skip on to the next slide. Sounds fine. Thank you for that feedback. So Corey, I think this is your deal here, so you can go ahead and take the mic from me.
Yeah, I first of all, I appreciate all of you guys having me on the show here. This is something I always enjoy listening in on when I can, and it's funny because BitcoinZ has not changed at all, but changed so much, if that makes any sense. The community is still there. It's just bigger, more powerful, and I'm thankful that Vidulum has been able to partner with you folks, work together, encourage people to keep holding BitcoinZ, engaging in tips and controlling their assets. And yeah, we're just very, very happy to be a part of your family and for you guys to join our family as well. So
yeah, it's a very nice wallet what you do here on Vidulum, because Discord guys love it. I think it's very nice stuff that you put in front. So with the ZBrain, and all this function. It's very nice. Yeah, I like it. I love it. I have to say.
Thank
I
you.
wanna-
We take yeah, go ahead, Rex.
Go ahead, Corey. Go ahead.
We try and take as much feedback from everybody. I mean, like we were talking about before the call went live, we're all here for the same thing. We more and more our communities working together, teams working together, helping each other grow. It helps everybody in a much better way than competing against each other. And that's the focus of the Vidulum and the tip bot. That's been a very fun feature released recently. BitcoinZ community really engages that. It's fun to do those reigns, and it works for both sides. Your team can put out information and then reward folks for being present and being around and helping share info. And it's just fun to actually use and engage the assets that we all are working so hard to hold on to and control ourselves. So it's the app.
Absolutely.
We're doing our best to get that out there on iOS and Android. Keep us up to date and competitive as possible with everybody. And security obviously at the forefront of all of that. So no, it's been fun.
Yeah, it looks really, really well planned out, really well executed. The UI is wonderful. I want to point out first on this slide, as you can see here, it is available across operating systems and browsers and in app stores. It looks like you mentioned something about the iOS store. Is it already there? I thought it was already there. I don't know if
it is live. Yeah, we're live on the Apple Store. iTunes is there. The UI, and really a majority of the user experience that obviously polished by the alpha team, but that's Bridget or Sass is the screen name she goes by, my partner.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
she's been wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Huge driving force behind what the Vidulum that everybody knows today, what it's become, is equally her baby, as obviously the community and the support, but her and I are the ones that have really put everything that you use and interact with today, trust so much together. So she deserves almost all the credit, if I could say,
Awesome.
for the beauty and the smoothness of the UI. I'm glad you guys like it. We do too. We're trying to make it what everybody asks for as much so as we can.
Awesome. Well, that's good. Well, credit to SAS, as you mentioned, I guess the name that you screen name. So I wanted to kind of moving on to the next slide here. I think these are some of the really key points that you drive home with this app on the Vidulum wallet. Your ownership, it's lightweight and it's extra secure. You want to kind of elaborate on that a little, Corey, on that?
Yeah, I mean, why not make it easier, right, to access? There's a lot of other wallets out there that are doing the same thing, trying to do the same thing. It's, we all want to have everything be the most secure it possibly can, but also be easily accessible and usable. Or it might be somebody who's been in this space for a long time. They really understand what a private key is or what security means. Or it might be somebody completely new to this that really doesn't engage in much on a computer or on their phone besides social media and things like that doesn't have the best security practices or
understanding
routines
of
down
security
to protect. Who wants to download? I would love to have a Bitcoin full node wallet locally. That'd be fantastic. I would love that, but I don't really fancy waiting many weeks for it to download and sync and back up the wallet file for that and everything else. So that's what we're going for. We want to, we are giving out what we want ourselves. I want to own my own keys. I don't want anybody else. I don't want an exchange to have them. I want it to be like a desktop wallet. So ownership, right? Lightweight, you log in and I have access. If I want to tip, if I want to send funds, I want to check my balances, back up all my keys in one fail swoop. That's the lightweight portion of it. And secure, this is always the conundrum, is how do you mix user ability or ease of use with security? And there's always that line that's there. You have to be careful. You want to make it easier. Remember passwords longer so that it's easier for you, but at the same time, that's not as secure. So we felt that what everybody's used to, a username and a password, as well as adding a PIN code in there as well. It completely changes the dynamic. Two-factor authentication, everybody's very familiar with that, and it's a fantastic way to wrap up the security of the app too. So
yep, absolutely. Well, good. That's you touched on really reaching mass market, and obviously ease of use is something great, and that's something that really fits well with BitcoinZ and what the community is doing as a whole, just going out there and building these partnerships, as we mentioned before the call. I think, Corey, you and I kind of touched on that, the way the community just goes out there, or someone like you in your position, approaches the community, and all of a sudden we're integrated into something, and it's just a great way to get, of course, BitcoinZ part of the larger ecosystem and landscape. So that's really good. I want to move on to the next slide here. Maybe you can just explain a little bit of how the V staking works. I'm a new person, let's say, and I've never used this, understand staking. What would you say to that? What would be your response to that kind of question, Corey, in simple terms, I guess, as simple as you can make them?
Yeah, and I'm an overtalker. Everybody who knows me knows I put too many words in to explain something, but I'll do my best here. So keep it simple. V staking is Vidulum's spin or feature that focuses on rewarding users for doing what we're all doing anyways, and that's just holding on to our coins, whether it's BitcoinZ, it's Vidulum, it's Rito, again, the other projects that we're all working together out there for the same greater good. You are rewarded each day in VDL, which is the Vidulum native asset or coin, I should say. And BitcoinZ's most recently joined that family of V staking assets, and every single day, 100 Vidulum is divided out to the users that store their BitcoinZ on the Vidulum app. Again, you never release control. You're not signing transactions or putting it up in somebody else's control for that one day or at any point. It's 100% always in the control of the user. We simply just ask the BitcoinZ blockchain, decentralized, right? Fair and trustless, what the balance is of that wallet address. And we just monitor that throughout the day numerous times. We add it all together, and whatever share or percent each user has that's the share that they get of the reward that is paid out every single day.
Excellent.
So V staking is just fund it. I believe BitcoinZ's minimum is only 100 BitcoinZ. So very within reach, I think, for anybody. And tipping is really what it sounds like. Tipping, rain, it's a way to engage the BitcoinZ coin as well as many others through Discord currently. Other platforms will come in the future. And it's fun. You can send a tip for anything.
That creates really good engagement as well. In getting coins out there, especially both are really good, V staking and tipping. That's a great idea, great approach to that. Corey, I really like that. Anyone have anything to say or questions for Corey so far?
I just wanted to congratulate Corey on this beautiful wallet, and the fact that we already have equal to Vault Z balance being stored in this wallet is already a huge success. And I think, locking 150 million already in the wallet is really a big achievement. And I'm only expecting bigger BTCZ volumes to be stored there because the rewarding system is amazing.
We've got some cool metrics here, actually, if you guys are curious. So I just before I sat down and I looked in, so like he said, we've got about 143 million BitcoinZ that's staking on the platform. And again, that's not 143 million BitcoinZ that's in Vidulum's control or an exchange's control. That's still in each individual user's control, right? That's broken up over 155 users that are currently V staking, and this is in less than the first 30 days. The power of your community is absolutely incredible. And just under 3,000 Vidulum has already been paid out in rewards. And so we're just getting started here.
Wonderful.
Great stuff.
Awesome. I love also the VRAN. The VRAN is my favorite function that you have. I never had a loving so much rain as since we have the VRAN on the Discord channel. It's very nice.
Yeah, that is an
It's fun.
interesting feature.
Very awesome.
Yeah, why not have fun, engaging, and rewarding, right? But at the same time, and again, I actually wrote one of the very first tip bots that was in the BitcoinZ community many moons ago. But that was all the BitcoinZ that was deposited into that bot was something that Corey, controlled, and that's not. It wasn't very much. I think at the time it was a very little amount, but if it were to have taken off, it could have greatly centralized those coins. And I trust me, and I know that your folks there trust me. But if you don't know somebody, why would you put somebody else in control of your value of something you love so much? And
absolutely.
And so many months later, things like the VTip bot are born and send tips and rain your favorite assets or coins to all of the users that are currently online. And it's not a fumble finger type situation. You still have to go back to the UI that folks seem to love so much, of course, right? And sign that transaction because you're in control until you send it out. It's a wonderful service, and I'm glad so many people are liking and engaging it. I think the VTip bot at last check is currently in about 60 Discord servers, and it's been live for about 60 days.
That's great momentum. I'm glad to continue moving forward together and continuing to push that message out there to the greater cryptocurrency world. So yeah, great work, Corey. And your team as well. I want to thank your team as well, because it's obviously, like we are here, it's the power of the people together working together to execute something well and really penetrate a market. So great work.
Yeah,
any other questions? Any other comments on that? I didn't check if there was anything in the chat. Rock, are we good on the chat there? I don't see anything as well. I don't see any questions. Or Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, so.
It's okay. No questions.
I would like to, sorry guys.
Go ahead, please.
I would like to congratulate Corey because the application is really fantastic. I would like to underline the extra arithmetic pin which is offered in the application, which can be really very long. So it can provide an extra security layer, because usually the most applications are offering just 4 digits or 6 digits pins, and this can be much longer in the Vidulum application, and many other customizable things, like for how many seconds or how many minutes you can have the application without asking you to enter credentials and such things. Really fantastic work. Sorry.
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The ideas
Vandal, right?
are endless. We would love to have more ideas, and we do pursue them. Sometimes it takes us time. You can ask anybody that knows our process, our build process. We have limited bandwidth on our team. It's expanded quickly with the help of the community leaders and the alpha team to test and to give ideas directly behind the scenes. That brings things to market faster. But most of these things are ideas that folks came to us and asked for and wanted, that we slowly tuned and put together and made a reality. And so what you like, let us know. What if you want more options for BitcoinZ, I encourage you to let us know. Stay in touch with us, because it's what we're here to do, is serve all of our customers. It's everybody, team members, use day in and day out users. We want it to be fun, safe, and reward people for holding their BitcoinZ like they should be doing already, if you were to ask me. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Definitely. So I guess what's the best way to reach out to your teams directly through you? Discord, an email, go to the website, what's a good idea, to reach you?
You hit it on the nose. Any way, our website's wonderful. You can email us. Between Bridget and I, Sass and I, we are almost always available, and in the cracks, or even sometimes before us, our team members, the community leaders, will step in and respond, or even just I shouldn't say normal, but folks that don't have a role within Discord will step in and answer questions.
Right.
We've got a phone number, we've got email. Discord is a fantastic way to get a hold of us, but tag any of us, and we'll be there within a few hours at the absolute most, but but usually within minutes.
Okay, cool. I don't know if we've already done this, but I guess it might be a good idea to create if it's okay with you, maybe a Vidulum role in Discord, or maybe a channel or something, so that maybe people can kind of connect more when they have more questions or suggestions. Maybe we can think about something like that. So
Absolutely.
We'll talk about that later. But I think I posted the web app. I linked it in the YouTube chat. I believe that's what vidulum.app. That's the website. So that's usually a good place to start, kind of learning more about it and looking at all the social media and everything that you can ways to reach out to Corey. So thanks again for joining us and speaking on this. And I'm sure we'll be in touch more later. So again, great work on that, Corey.
Vidulum, thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. I'm going to step out of the call. I've got to take another one here shortly, but if anybody needs anything ever, you guys know exactly where to get a hold of us. And I can't thank BitcoinZ enough. Guadalupe, also the user Guadalupe, he's the one who actually arranged the V-staking connection and found an anonymous donor. You guys are wonderful, and we're very happy to have you. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you,
no problem. Thank you, Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
Thanks.
And thanks, Guadalupe.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
You see, I don't even, I always see participation in people doing things, and I just hardly ever really hear who executes these things, and that's what's great about it. Okay.
Volunteer, yeah.
Exactly, and that's how something like this grows, and that story is really just, it's actually really has great momentum. So, moving on to the next slide here, I believe this is a new slide. Vandor, was there something specific here, or are we going into the subsequent slides?
This is just the introduction.
Okay, got it. Okay, so there is a list of different things here that we've been obviously working on behind the scenes. I believe I've mentioned it many times every time I speak on behalf of BitcoinZ that we really are kind of, I think the way I put it was, I don't even know what's happening, and it just happens. And that's because there's people behind the scenes, like what happened. This is a perfect example. The Vidulum app, PlusBit as well. I just so many people are getting in touch with these people and onboarding it like that. So I wanna keep driving that home, because that's actually starting to, because of the participation of everybody. And by the way, Vandor, I don't want to forget, so I'm gonna say it now. Your slide presentation is excellent. It's triple 100 times excellent. I just wanted to tell you that before I forget. It's really awesome, and the coordination. But I'll get back to that in a little bit. Moving on to this, I think, and this is a really great idea. I helped represent the community of BitcoinZ on this podcast, and they interviewed me maybe about an hour or so, and I tried to speak as much as I could in that amount of time. I think there's a QR code. You can listen to that. I think it's also being restreamed on the Radio King that Rock runs. So I think that's also periodically being posted. Is that correct?
Yes, it's posted once or twice a day, I think.
Okay.
So it can
be
found there.
Great. And actually, I know I have it on Twitter, so I don't actually have the link on it, but I think it's on Twitter somewhere. I have Rock on notifications on Twitter to make sure, he's not,
Yeah, no worry, CryptoRex. We shared it for you. for everyone. And I'm sure this was a very nice podcast that you were done it. The interview was nice. And I encourage everyone to listen to it because it's very instructive.
Yeah, and I will say that I think I've mentioned this to the guys behind the scenes also. I didn't think about having the long list of people to thank and all this, so I'm gonna inject that now, as I always do, because I just can't get over how much involvement the community has grown to have so many people, and I just the list can keep on going and going, but the people that have been pretty consistent with coordinating what you see happen today, usually those are worth mentioning. So Monobody, Marcellus, Rock, Vandar, of course, can't really. I have to push that out there. New Cash Mining has been very very instrumental in really building relationships. I know he always says certain things about what he can and can't do, but doing things like that, reaching out to people and connecting, it's great. There's just so many things to do, and everyone can do something here. So I didn't mention the list of people, and there's people in the forums that I don't even really so if I miss that, that's just the way that's what happens. But I do recognize, and a lot of us recognize, all the work that everybody puts to move forward so that something like this can come together. And so I want to inject that now. I didn't mention it there, but we're good to go on that front. So anything else? I think we can, if you want to get the QR code there and also listen to that, and then also follow Rock on Twitter. He also has the Radio King being posted. So I'm going to move on here to, so this was, I believe that Bitfrost wallet is part of the PlusBit ecosystem.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I can speak about a little bit about
Sure.
Snowgam and Bitfrost. So CEO of Bitfrost couldn't join us, else he would join. He said that he will join us on next meeting. So more information about Bitfrost will be shared on next meeting. For now, we know that Bitfrost is a wallet which supports several coins, like Snowgam, Bitcoin, BitcoinZ, Ethereum, and other coins. It has option to swap coins, so you can easily swap them between Bitcoin and BitcoinZ. You can swap coins. You have instantly you have BitcoinZ or BTC. More updates will follow, I guess. They also told me that they should have their own exchange. I'm not sure. I think the CEO of Snowgam mentioned that to me, but we need to wait for him to tell us true story, what's behind all this. So I didn't got many informations. I have some informations, but not much. So basically, this is it. Also, Bitfrost is for iOS and for which I'm testing, and also for Android. So you can have it on your phone, and that's it.
Awesome.
Simple wallet.
Great.
So that's
Great.
it for.
Thank you, Rock. Appreciate that.
No problem.
I'm sure we'll have more questions once we have some Snowgam rep.
He couldn't join, else he would join. He said that he has some other meetings. He has meetings for credit cards, I think, and stuff like that. He's arranging a lot about those cards, as I see on Twitter and on their Discord channel. So yeah, he has this type of meetings, I guess, probably.
I'm gonna post the link here. Plusbit.tech, I believe, is the website. Does that sound familiar?
Maybe. I didn't check. I checked only the.
Yeah, that's it. I see us on there. Yep.
So no, guys, sorry to interrupt you. PlusBit is the other multi-wallet. This is the multi-currency wallet by Snowgem.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Bitfrost.
Yes.
Bitfrost, Snowgem. Exactly.
We have 3 multi-currency wallets.
There you go. I'm confused.
In today's presentation, yes.
I got ahead of myself because the next slide is PlusBit.
Yeah, so we have a lot of wallets out there,
and it's so great to hear that.
It's a good signal that we have more services, more wallets. It's nice. Very happy about.
Cool.
Yep. So I'm gonna go here to the SnowGem. I'm gonna put the SnowGem website here. There you go. Thank you, Monbot. I appreciate that very much.
No worries.
So yeah, that's crazy awesome. You know, being able to swap like that, and getting that kind of support. So it's just gonna keep growing from there. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna move on to the next slide because this is actually the one I had posted before. PlusBit.tech is an actual other wallet, like we mentioned, that we're also part of. And I think Marcellus mentioned as well how great it is to be in so many different wallets. And all this stuff I'm not going to mention now, but I think what we're doing here like this and what people are doing to help us get on these platforms needs to continue. This is really what's going to solidify the use of BitcoinZ across many platforms. Because what I envisioned, and I kind of shared it, not in great detail, but I will share it, with the other team members later, is really continuing what we're doing here and continuing to push ourselves onto different apps, different platforms, and different uses. It's really going to have a really huge adoption momentum once we see, I know the market is still not what we are used to seeing in 2017, or if you've been here before that, bull runs happen, there's different ways that they're happening, but that's really why we should continue being part of different platforms. So anyone have anything to say about PlusBit wallet other than it's another wallet that's awesome to use?
Sure. I would like to thank Fahim
Yes.
and his team for incorporating our coin into their wallet, but also all the community members that contributed in the forum to the BTC fee that was asked for. So that means Dio, Oduvanchik, Grey Fox, Fuzzy Willy, Vandar, Rock, Thomason, and myself. We all contributed to the BTC fee that was required for the incorporation into this wallet, and I think it's a great initiative and volunteer. Again, example of voluntary action.
Yes.
That led to expansion of our coin.
Absolutely, yes, and yes, thank you also for basically what happened was I believe we distributed BTCZ, converted it from our Vault Z, and converted OTC over the counter so that we can actually pay the fee for this. So another movement that I hear about in passing, but those are the kinds of things that should always be highlighted for sure. So thank you everyone as well, the people you mentioned, in really driving this home.
Thanks, guys.
For us. Thank you all. Okay. So we have a news update on getbtcz.com. I think there's different things that are going on here, Vandar.
Yes, guys. We had many news updates recently, and some fixes for the cross links between the articles of the site. There is still some work to be done, of course. We have extra administration roles to keep it decentralized. We have Rock and CryptoRex as administrators, and soon many other roles like the contributor roles to many other members of the community. We will explain later in about the translation plan and the contributors' role in it. Yes, and we will talk about the search engine optimization backlinks plan, which is already launched, and we will see some benefits from from it in the coming weeks. I would like to say that, yes, we can go to the next slide, please. And I would like to say that, as you possibly know, the approach of the new site, of the new community site, is to have a friendly approach, a friendly interface with useful information to newcomers. And we believe that giving some translations, quality translations for the mother languages. I noticed some Russian friends, for example, already in our YouTube chat to say that they cannot understand English, and they hope to have a Russian translation soon. So I can guarantee that we will have a quality translation for Russian, for Italian, for German, and French, and many other languages soon, because the system is already ready. And Monobody, thank you Monobody for this, helped a lot to test it. And I will say some things in order to explain how this is working. First of all, this works for contributors. I mean that for security reasons, we have to, the administrators of the site have to give contributor roles to specific members of the community that will have to go down in the main page and choose the translation box. They can choose the language they wish. And as you already know, you get a very automated, very simple automated translation for the specific language, which many times doesn't give good results, because many times phrases and words are totally wrong, especially when we're talking about a new technology themed vocabulary like the cryptocurrencies word are using with very special definitions, you know. So we have to provide some human translations.
Mm-hmm.
I will continue with the explanation of the procedure. The contributor can tick the box right under the translation box, which is saying translation editing. By ticking this box, he can instantly see some orange squares next to every phrase and to every text and to every article through all the site. He can then press this orange square, and he gets a pop-up window where he can edit every automated translation which doesn't seem good. So he can save by pressing the tick and applying the changes, his own translation, and automatically on the fly, the site is being translated in the human translation that the contributor has just made. The next visitor, or himself even, when he's trying to refresh the page, he will see the changes taking effect immediately. So after time, all the contributors will be able to give human, really quality translations for every single language that the site is offering as a translation option.
Nice.
I think that this is fantastic after some weeks, especially if some people cooperate together in order to provide quality translation for their mother language, for example. We'll only have to dedicate a few minutes per day, because you already have the automated bot translation, the Google translation, and you just fix the problems. And this is not taking so much time. You don't have to write something from the beginning, you know.
That's awesome, Vandar. That's really, really cool way to onboard people
Yes.
to help translate. Just another community really joining forces again. So that's really, really awesome to see.
Exactly. This is decentralization in action and community participation in action too.
You see, you put it better. You put it better than I could. You know, that's awesome. Community decentralization. I love it. Any questions on that so far, or comments? Go ahead, please.
I had a pleasure working with this translation module, and I will have to say that this is super easy. You just correct the noun or a verb that you think is badly translated, and all you do is click the check button, and then it's done, and it's saved for the future website opening, and it's there to stay. So nice. I think we will, with Vandarrock and CryptoRex, be inviting more and more other language speakers to help translate this webpage fully and correctly, because we know Google Translation can be misleading sometimes.
Yep, yes, absolutely it is. Computers. All right, I'm going to move on here. Any other comments on that, Vandar? We're good?
I will try to make a video or to make very zoomed versions of the steps and the related graphics next to them. So everyone in our Discord channel can ask to join this this team.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Perfect.
Very, very nice, Vandar. Good job. We only have to read the text, correct it, and press the save button. Yeah, it's nice. Good job.
It is.
Thank you, Martin.
Okay, let's see here.
In our next slide, we can see about the SEO, yes, the search engine optimization, which those words are meaning. During the last 2 months, we worked in order to have unique thumbnails and metadata for each page and article of the site. There is still some work for this in order to complete it, but we have already made a big percentage for the site. I'm reminding that the thumbnails are the mini icons that the user can see next to each result when he's searching for something in the internet. The metadata is a brief description for each result. Of course, the SEO battle is a never-ending one, as each site is fighting with the competition every time in order to get a better look and especially a higher score with in the search engines. Every time that the potential visitor is giving keywords like crypto or Bitcoin or mining, a battle is taking effect, and then the searching engine is defining the sequence with which each site will be there in the results. It is very important to understand that in this complicated puzzle, there are many parameters that play a crucial role. For example, having links leading to the site in high authority pages, like well-known social media, Twitter, Facebook, etc., for example, can increase the score for a site. In the same way, hosting whole phrases or articles of our site together with its URLs in respected blogs, you again increase its score. And this is generally what the SEO backlinks and the private blogs network are.
Yeah, PBNs.
Currently, we are cooperating with some people in order to push the BitcoinZ results higher, and some benefits from these efforts may sooner or later be seen. I think that before our next ZBrain meeting, we will have some decent results for this.
Awesome.
We should never forget, though, that adding a hashtag with our coin's name or a link to certain parts of our sites is really helpful. And I have to ask this to all our community members to always remember this in our social media channels, you know, to leave a hashtag or some good keywords and URLs.
Awesome. Yeah, that's true. It's all part of really tagging ourselves and our existence on the internet and making our footprint, you know, larger.
Yes.
And as Vandar did mention, you know, SEO, it takes a little bit of time, obviously, to penetrate through, depending on how you do it. In a healthy way, it does take some time to build that, but that's great. That's a great start. And good point. Again, I will reiterate what Vandar mentioned and say, yes, you know, leave tags, links, you know, wherever it makes sense. We're not saying spam. We're just saying, you know,
of course not.
keep the footprint out there, you know, keep it going, keep the momentum going. So any questions about this or comments from anyone or anything else, Vandar?
I would be keen to learn more about this because this seems like a really sophisticated but crucial element of site popularity and exposure and the internet that we so badly want. Yeah,
that's
keen to learn more.
Yeah,
thanks,
always.
Vandar.
Yes. This is a fun slide. I really like this. So
everybody sings.
Hey, could we sing the song something?
Everybody sing it in their own language. Oh, that would be awesome.
Not enough ears here.
I can try that. I could try it if two other people in their own language sing it. I'll do it. What do you think?
I go ahead on French. I will sing it on French.
Yes, go for it.
So I will begin. So
go.
Joyeux anniversaire
to you, BitcoinZ.
Already 3 years, yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome, guys. That's awesome. See, that's I mean, it brings tears to my eyes, the excitement of all these people in so many different places. Thank you very much, guys. I heard two voices there. One of them I know was Marcel. I think Monobai, did you? I think that was. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, there you go. What was that? What? There you go. Awesome, Polish. Hey, you know, Monobai might be the guy. Yeah. Interesting that you mentioned that. Okay. Cool. Well, happy birthday, BitcoinZ, and thank you for the international happy birthday song. So yes, and congratulations that we're all here and we're just getting bigger. So, and I think the vision also, as hard as it is, it still continues. So, happy birthday to BitcoinZ and everybody involved that has done so much for the coin and continues to do so. And those that have done stuff also and may not be around to see the further progress we've made since then. So thanks again, everybody.
I will just say that I know we have some voices of critique, but we are here to stay. And this is just the beginning, guys.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, 3 years is a baby. It's still a baby. Yep.
First halving next year.
Yes. And I do want to mention, you know, that as I've said this many times, and it's worth mentioning all the time, everybody just looks at one thing and they're like, how can I flip this, you know, and move on to the next coin that's going to make me, you know, whatever money. That's not a very strong concept to really follow if you're really trying to join, you know, on a global side of things, communities, people, no matter who they are, you know, and joining people to use it from a usability standpoint. We're not focused on that. It's more about what we're doing now and what you see. And actually, this would be a good thing to transition into this next slide here. This is just from this outlines a lot of the things on our 3rd year anniversary a timeline of all these things that we've seen come about since 2019, and this is just 2019. We have another one. I know Vandar made a timeline that shows us a lot of other things that have happened previous to September 2019. So it's just amazing. There's you can feel something for just about every single month of the year, or large portion of the year and the month. So again, another thing to congratulate each other about, really, ourselves and each other on this. So this is an amazing set of things to come together. If anybody wants to touch on that.
I can touch it on that, sure. Thank you to Rock for his radio. Thank you to BitPay for establishing the lottery. Vidulum guys, PlusBit. There's so many things. Snowgem. Thank you to Cryptorex and Marcellus for keeping our chain alive and addressing the node depreciation. Yeah, many more things. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but it's been an intense year.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, we're working.
It continues
hard.
to be.
Yeah.
Yes, and as you said, it's only a couple of months that we have here on the timeline. If we go past in the last years, it's a lot of other things that we have done until now, and we will continue. We will continue for sure. It's amazing. All this job that we are doing on our free time, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
That's the other thing that I didn't mention, and that's a good point, Marcellus. It is on our free time. It is on our free time, and you know, people have to see that too. It really is our free time, you know, and to come this far on people on the backs of people's free time, you either really have to do something, or really, you know, don't say some of the things that you see some of the people say. So that's really, and I think we've been like that from the beginning. You want to say something, well, why don't you do something instead, right? So it sometimes it comes across as, oh, you know, blah blah blah, but you know, honestly, that's what this is about, and that's why we're still here, because people have decided to do something instead of just say something. So
I think you're highlighting one of the most important aspects of certain personalities that we get on our channels. Like, we have multiple words of criticism, but there is no actual contribution from these people. They are very happy to criticize us, but not so ready to actually sacrifice some of their spare time and contribute to this purely volunteer-based project, which really depends on people's involvement. And I would just highlight again that this project is always open. We are happy for any newcomer, any dev, any social, graphic, or miner or contributor in any aspect is welcome. We're very open and happy to see new faces.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And,
yes.
Everything decentralized. It's very amazing. All this job that we are doing all together. It's like a company, but everyone is in their own country, and we participate on this project. It's really amazing. I don't think the correct words that I would like to say, but
inspiring.
Inspiring, yeah.
Uplifting.
Yes. It's inspiring, and it's very touching at the same time. You know, like I said, I mean, to hear happy birthday and Cholo language, and other than hearing me talk all the time, that brings tears to my eyes, guys. Like, really, it's amazing to have that kind of involvement, and that's what we need to have some project, you know, like this. So congratulations again.
Yeah, exactly.
Congrats. Yeah.
Congrats. We had some bad things. We had XMO delisting. We had some drop in hash rate, but this is just a small bump on our way, and we will recover and come back stronger. You'll see.
Yep.
Test us.
That's right. I'm gonna go on to here. The core updates, Marcellus and I have a list of different core updates to talk about, and I have a short list here on the slides, but I want to mention there's going to be a timeline here that's based again on pure volunteerism and moving on to making sure that we can test it thoroughly and get everything we need to get done. So moving on to the next slide, I think you're going to hear a combination of between Marcellus and myself talking about these updates. So I think an Inside Explorer update, we're looking at launching that December 2020, but I'll let Marcellus take the mic on that.
Yeah, so it's a very important update that we have to do. It's this Inside Explorer. So we have really to merge, because now we have two different nodes. One node is for the Inside Explorer and the other node is for the other application. And we are a little bit behind of these updates because it should already be done in the past. But now we are very, very right on the track to input these updates and to facilitate the Explorer operator. So I will say it will be very easier by December to everyone that would like run an Explorer, a private Explorer, or an Explorer that I can put on the net. And this Inside Explorer will also add some other features that we'll see that later on. But it's this update, it's not really a big update. It will not change the core. The actual version will still stay alive and be compatible with this one. It's more a facilitation on the usage on the node, I think.
Yep.
And I also think that with this Inside Explorer update, we will bring some new features, maybe on the desktop wallets. Not so sure, but yeah, this Inside Explorer will be really the best that we will do until this year. And as well, we have other updates like the Blossom update. It's a little bit more complicated because it could be changed some parameters on the chain, but we will not activate these parameters, because if you check on Blossom update on the other chain, on the Z core chain, it's something related to have more transaction on per hour. So it's not really needed for the BitcoinZ now, but we will still integrate it in beginning of the next year for sure, because it's we will have some stability update and other functionality that will be inputted in the blockchain and in the client command net possibility. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. And after this, we will have the Heartwood update. So sorry for my French accent. I cannot really say it correct. But Heartwood is a pretty good update, because it will really update the privacy. It's a begin of privacy updating of our chain. It will, how I will say that, it will begin the transition between the Zapling address and the Sprout address. So the old private address will be slowly decommissioned, if I can say that also. And yeah, it's all kinds of new updates that allow more privacy and more security as well. And yeah, by end of next year, by September, in 1 year now, we will have the first halving. So it's because that the Blossom will still be here in the chain, but not activated, because you will see that the Blossom has some time, some block time halving too, and we will like not mix that with the first halving. So the Blossom update will be still in the chain, but activated, I think, in 2022, something like that. Yeah. 22. And yeah, very at end of year, next year, we will have the canopy update. That is really the transition between sapling and sprout address. The sprout address will be still here, but will not longer be usable. So this is really the transition that will make that the people doesn't use longer the sprout address, but will really go ahead on the sapling address. So it's a little resume of all these 4 updates. And naturally, with CryptoRex, we are in touch, if I can say that, and we will take care on all these updates, testing on the testnet, and for sure we will be happy to have some other people that test its own application on this testnet before, so we could have feedback on all this. Yeah, it's a lot of job to do. But yeah, I'm happy to be involved with that, and I'm how I can say that I'm excited to do it.
Excited,
it's
definitely.
Excited, yeah.
Yes,
because it will bring a very new updates and a new dynamic on the chain. So we will not be longer late behind other chains, because other chains have enterprise developer. These guys are working non-stop for updates, and we really try to take these updates once they are good and fine working. And the goal is to integrate these updates on our chain to have the same features.
Yep.
Thank you, Marcellus.
Yes, thank you very much.
And Rex.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to elaborate a little bit on the Blossom update that Marcellus touched on regarding the block time. He's mentioning, activation of not really necessarily activating those perimeters. And I think, and what it does in simple terms is it would decrease the block time from 150 seconds or so. So basically, what is that? Almost 2.5, a little over 2.5, a little over 2.5 minutes or 2.5 minutes to 75 seconds. So that could, although I did read in the Zcash core integration notes that the total supply of course, on the Zcash side would be decreased only microscopically. Now, I'm a person that analyzes a single word sometimes. So microscopically, it could mean 1 million, or it could mean 500,000, or it could mean 20,000. I don't know. So we have to, if we're going to do something like that, obviously we have to test it, because we cannot change the core value of the max supply, which is 21 billion coins, and it's like that for a reason. It's like that for a purpose. And Marcellus did mention on the forum, he and I both agree, and really in agreement with the community that is a core value. It shouldn't change. So, as Marcellus mentioned, we don't necessarily need to implement something like that at the time, but we don't mind integrating the changes that we need to, so that it can actually be activated later, because all these updates actually have a block height. Usually they work on a block height update, on a block height activation. So you reach a certain block height, and that's been the same for all the 4 previous updates that I've been involved in. It's always, and for some reason they always ask me, well, choose a block height. Okay, so I'm there calculating the block height. So it's going to be the same thing. We're going to decide when these activate, and some may not be fully activated because of the way they could affect the core value of the chain. So that's on the Blossom update. And regarding, hardwood and Canopy really, as just to kind of reiterate that, it's basically saying, okay, guys, you got to stop using your Sprout. You basically your ZC addresses, I believe, your private ZC addresses. Yep. You have to transition your ZC address to a ZS address, which is a sapling address. So this is the timeline we have now. So you have to start thinking about that. And I think this is a transition, as Marcellus mentioned, into moving out of the Sprout pool. And just, I do believe, if I read the notes correctly, Marcellus, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if you read this, I'll have to re-clarify. But I did read that Sprout will be able to function between, I think, each other. I think Sprout or ZC addresses will still be able to send to each other, but they won't be able to send to a sapling or a T1. I think. I don't know if
yeah, it's I'm not so sure. We have really to test it, but what I understand, it's that the Sprout, the ZC, the old private address will still be here.
Right.
And you found will not be lost. You will stay have it on your wallet, but you will not have the ability to send on this wallet anymore.
Right.
But from this wallet, you will be able to send this found to any other address, except it to this Sprout address. So basically, the sending to a Sprout address will be deactivated. So it's that really to force the user to use the Zapling address. It's really that the expected thing that this update should be do. Because you have to know that the Sprout address is very heavy. Not sure if the heavy word is correct.
But, memory heavy.
Yeah, it's take a lot of memory and time to make transition between these address. It's like old technology. It's not so old, but it's the Zapling method is very more easier for the nodes and less memory charge and CPU charging to make transaction or Zapling on Zapling address. Yeah, it's that. And,
makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense to move. It's kind of outdated in a sense as far as memories constraints are concerned. Of course, the technology behind the way it works is not necessarily outdated, but using it in the way it is that method is. So I know that the Zcash core is moving, and I don't have it listed here for a reason, because as Marcellus also mentioned earlier, we take these kind of updates at a slower pace because of all the bugs that could come out when you kind of stay on top of the changes immediately. So we have to carefully test it all to make sure that the health of the chain obviously stays intact. So Zcash is moving to 4.0, which it has a number of other things going on as well. So, but as we mentioned before, we do follow a timeline on these updates, and we're always looking, so to see how they could affect it, and we can continue integration on these things. So I think that's it from my side of that.
Yeah, just one input more, because we, as we mentioned before, Blossom is not needed now, because it's really a block time update that make that we can have more transaction per hour, so something like that. But we have to do it because you cannot directly jump on the Canopy update, because we have to do all other updates. There are other code injection that we have to clarify what it's doing exactly. Yeah, and we have really to respect for now this update that the core change are doing, because yeah, we cannot simply jump from version 2.0.6 that we are now to the 4.0. It's not possible. We have to go forward carefully and test each one next to the other. Yeah, and it's also what we will do. Yeah.
I will just say, but I like your conservative approach. You never know when any bug will reveal itself, or some code will start not working or something like that. So it's good to wait and see before you move on to the next update. I think it's a nice, careful, steady, stepwise approach that you guys picked very wisely.
Absolutely.
We are on the truck. Yeah.
And I want to also thank Marcellus too for, of course, jumping in the way he does and working it together. It's going to be really fun to work with Marcellus continuing this, and the other people as well, the other members that are going to help us test it, they don't know yet. Like Monobody and Rock are going to help us test as well. They don't know yet, but they know now, I guess.
Thank you.
Looking forward to
Thank you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Of
Yes.
course.
No, yeah.
Have no idea what I will do, but okay, I will do it.
I like that attitude, Rock. That's the way
That's
to
the
go.
beauty of it.
Yeah,
Uncertainty.
I just opened the beer. That's it.
That works. That works too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like just, I'm not sure if it's another slide about that, but about this testing, I will thanks CryptoRex. Is doing amazing procedures to install all this stuff easily. And I'm not sure if you will speak about the seeders after.
Oh.
Maybe. Or we could fast speaking about that.
Yeah, let's
Because,
do that, Marcellus. I thank you for reminding me. I forgot.
Yeah, because we had some issue with the node in the last weeks. I think 2 weeks ago or 3, maybe now. I don't remember me exactly. And it was because we had some seeder issues because only one seeder was running. And no, I have to say that we solved that by helping, or CryptoRex helped me to install a new seeder too. And now we have 3 seeders. CryptoRex, I think you have 2 seeders.
Mhm.
I have 1 seeder, and it's working as expected. And again, CryptoRex was doing a wonderful procedure that is working from, you have just to follow step 1 to step 5, and it's working. That is amazing. And I think we will do the same for the testing. And yeah, I'm happy to work with you, CryptoRex, about all this. It's
Thank
very,
you.
very well job.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Thanks. Thanks you.
Same to you, and thank you for reminding me about the seeders. We fixed the seeder process, and this is something I've been asking. It's a good place to say it now. Marcellus and I are running the seeders. We're going to update the core node eventually to have the seeders, although it's not really necessary because one seeder is there. So they'll bounce off of each other as they have to. However, we invite more people from the community, and I posted the link there in the YouTube chat. If anybody else wants to run a seeder, click the GitHub link there, run, fire up a VPS. It's very, very low memory, very low CPU. It's not, it's really not hard to do. So that helps the core infrastructure, continue to run the way it runs. So
it's help a lot. It's helping a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It helps basically synchronize wallets, new full node wallets from zero. So it helps, it facilitates the process of finding other nodes to sync up with. So that makes it work so much faster. So, yep. I'm going to move on to the next slide here.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Is that Rock?
Yeah. That's me. Okay, so Ledger, we are a little bit moving now. Finally, we got developer who will make us Electromix server, so that fork for our coins, so that we could go on Ledger. So I won't talk about prices for this because currently I paid the prepayment which I took because I don't want to take something from community which I don't know if the developer will make. So that's for me now. I will pay for now. But when it's done, I will go to the proposals and stuff like that. So no problems. So basically, developers should start working on our ledger, let's say like that, in about 10 days. After that, he's told me that he will need about 3 to 4 weeks. In that time, he will finish all the needed stuff, Electromax server plus front-end desktop and for application support for Linux, I think. And he will also help us with the ledger interactions if needed. So basically, he will. For extra money, we can have more extra stuff from him. So we will see about that. I don't have much more to say about it.
Awesome.
I'm just still pissed off because I'm working on this for an entire year, and finally now it's started to move. So I hope that it will move like it should in the beginning of the year. I also hope that after we go on Ledger, we could go also on Trezor because it's similar. It's not much difference, so it should work on both hardware wallets. So we will see. That's it from me
Awesome.
about Ledger and Trezor. It's not much to say because, like I said, I'm pissed off. I'm cooling down with the beer now, so it's okay for now.
Continue, Rock. Continue.
Yeah.
We're waiting of this since time. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for reminding me that I'm slowly working on this one. But I put all the efforts in it. But CryptoX can confirm me that I was changing developers. I asked him. I was going to him. Do this, accept this developer, put this up, put that up, delete that, and I had too many of them, and then okay. So, but I hope that now it will work. I just
you had so many developers that are working on that already.
Yeah, but none of them.
I really hope it will go forward.
But this one.
I encourage you to continue.
Definitely.
Thank you. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. In about 100 years, I hope. After that, I won't care anymore.
we're gonna reach the max supply first, or we Rock.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I will. In Rock's defense, I will say that he has come to me. I don't know, a good amount of times to onboard and then fire the different developers that have come. So we onboard them, and we go through a set of steps with them, and they get to a certain point, and then they just stop for whatever reason. And I believe it's because they didn't realize what they were doing, and we have to find another one. And Rock's been rotating through developers. But good job. I mean, it's not easy to find them, especially this style of engineering. Blockchain is not as simple. It's still emerging. So people just say that they can do it, and then turns out that they just disappear. So, but that's continuing, and we'll continue to do what we have to do to get that. And so, thank you, Rock, very much for staying persistent with that.
No problem.
Thanks,
just to say, this developer, which is currently working, it's was suggested by Fahim. This is from PlusBit, I think.
Yes.
Okay, he gave me this developer, and I talked to him. And also Fahim asked me a couple of times if a developer is interested in job and if he will help and stuff like that. And so that's why I'm hoping that this one will work somehow. That it's
awesome.
Not a broken developer.
Yeah, sounds good. It looks like it. I did interact with him a little bit. It seems like it to me.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Yep,
okay.
Yep.
In about 1 month. In next meeting, we should have Ledger. I hope.
Awesome.
Hoorah!
Yes.
Guys, change the slide.
Move on. Okay. I think was this did Vandar? Vandar can say something in like 2 minutes, or is this? I get the point of this, but I don't know who was gonna speak on this one here.
I think Vandar.
Vandar.
Is he with us still?
In next 10 minutes, he has to go.
Oh, hello again, guys.
Hi.
I was writing to you that I may have to leave in order to go back to work in the next 5 to 10.
Okay, but
yeah, no problem.
Minutes.
You have
so I will try to watch you, but I will be unable to talk again.
Yeah,
okay.
Just the time for it.
But it's okay. I think that all the next slides will be with Monobody and CryptoX, and it's okay. If you would like me to say something more, maybe for this one, it's that we have seen many. times people joining our Discord channel in order to provide us an offer from several exchanges that have a very bad reputation if you actually check them with reviews and such things. And despite this fact, they're asking very big, huge, I would say, listing fees. So we have to be very careful, and we should not be victims of some people's anxiety to join a new exchange with blind eyes, just to say, well, hey, hello, we have one more exchange now. That's it. This is the meaning of this slide. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Thanks, Vandor. I'll elaborate on a little bit. Don't be late for work, man.
Thank you very much, guys. It was really fantastic. Fantastic meeting. Thank you.
Thanks, Vandor. We'll be in touch.
Thanks you for your time. Thanks a lot.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So I see this a lot, just to kind of add to what Vandor was mentioning. I think that there's a lot of different people that approach us. I've pretty much turned off my DMs because there's just so many people. And the way I think about it is you got to really look into them. And it's not just a matter of list. And the other thing is it's not just about getting listed on exchange. That's not what really, just because you get listed on exchange doesn't really mean anything in my, point of view. Now, I think there are a lot of exchanges that should really list BitcoinZ just because they should. And there's a lot of community projects that, they get noticed that way. And I think we're on our way there. I'm not going to say anything, with certainty or that it is going to happen, but I think eventually I think I did see some other coins in the crypto space get listed, to some pretty big, well-known exchanges. Then again, it's really just them listing in. And honestly, at the same time, we don't need necessarily permission for anyone to list us, to be honest with you. You have a full node, you run it, you interface with it, and you can build on top of the chain with no problems. Volume requirement is something we ran into early on, and there are some that may have decided to delist because of that, even though investors put forth money for that, and they really got involved with the volume requirement. So I think it's a matter of proposing the best solutions and telling these exchange people, hey, we're a community coin. You come with us and you join us in all of the places we're already at, or, I don't know what the other offer would be, but I don't know if Monobody has something to say about this.
I agree. I think our focus should be on usability and adoption in our investments, and exchanges will come from outside. And as we gain on popularity and our coin is being more and more used, not only for selling and buying, but actually to use it as a finance or to acquire goods or whatever, other than just speculation or pump and dump, then that's where we want to be. So we should drive exchanges to us and not be paying exchanges to list us. And I think we'll get there as soon as we have more use cases.
Yes. And to be honest, we have so many use cases at the same time, but that just helps us exist. The more we exist in so many different places, there's just going to be no choice, because like I said earlier, there is an idea that I've come up with that, I'll share in the later weeks. I'm going to move on to anything you want to add to that. We can, Monobody, or anyone else? Good.
With more swaps options available, I think more exchanges will be redundant. We won't be so desperate to get them anymore. I don't think we are anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Maybe some decentralized exchange would be nice, because I'm not sure if we are available on any decentralized exchange.
That I know of, not yet.
That would be some nice addition potentially. I don't know, what do you guys think?
So honestly, there you go. That's a call to arms. For community to go and find out, like they do what the community does best, and go out there and build those relationships like others have already done, and get us there. That's how it works. That's what everyone's doing.
Let's announce a quest, find a good decentralized exchange and propose it on our forum.
Yep.
and let's vote on it.
And manage that relationship. Manage
Exactly,
that
yeah.
relationship. Get us on there. So that's the power of the way community works and how it's been.
And
working.
we will go to the moon. Yeah, that's the eternal question on Discord channels. When the moon? So yeah,
When the
we will
moon.
go to the moon
Always.
when everyone will search for exchanges and stuff.
No, we are not already on the moon.
No, we are
not
past the
already?
moon.
Oh, we passed the moon. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
what I think already. Yeah.
we
are
You
on
passed
Mars.
it while going to Mars. Yes.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah,
But-
we're on the way to Pluto.
Yeah, you know a little bit about decentralized exchange. It's a little bit utopia, but I think the best decentralized exchange is it's like I buy a card to Rock, and Rock give me the card. I give him some BitcoinZ. You can do it with a lot of other things. It's begin to be a private exchange with your friends. It's beginning here.
That's a very good
Decentralized
point.
exchange. Yeah, it's utopia, I know, but it's the best what we could do, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, and exchange on an individual scale. That's our goal. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. The only way I was spending our coin is through actually acquiring goods. So that's how I'm using BitcoinZ, not by selling it on exchange. No.
Yeah, I like shops and buy something and receive it, and it's
I think that's a good transition into this next slide here about different shops that have been added to accept BitcoinZ, and I think these must be some new ones here that I see listed, because I know we've had a list of other ones before. So somebody must have communicated this. Go ahead.
So we are expanding.
Yes. Yes.
Natural Hemp Station is from Zcash, I think. That's his. The others I don't know. They are new, so
yeah.
Wender would know this one. But he's off to work, I guess.
Yeah. He's. I remember there was a site that had listed these, and I don't remember which one it was. I'll find it later.
Zcash, do you want to comment on your company?
Website?
Yeah, it's up and running. Doesn't get much traffic, but I accept BitcoinZ.
Do you have a? You might have posted it, Zcash, somewhere. I don't know. Do you have a link somewhere we can post in the?
Into YouTube, I'll handle that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And again, this is part of the onboarding or the expansion, like Rock mentioned, into the greater ecosystem. And again, it fuels our footprint even more. I think that's one of the strongest things that we have going. One of the many strong things we have going. So I want to thank these persons here. I don't know if they're here or in the greater chat or Discord for participating in adding BitcoinZ as a payment method, and we'll continue to see this probably with more momentum in the coming months and years.
Vendor just post a message on YouTube. He says that SPA, Diamond SPA, and those Vietnam business, they all accept the post by PlusBit.
Okay.
So
great.
Basically, automatically accept BTCZ also. So they are also in BTCZ.
Okay, so go ahead.
No. So it's just a payment option, right? That where you can choose our coin as a exchange.
So then I think it makes sense to say that if you also let people know, if the greater community also, and these are just lists of things that people can do, right? You can push PlusBit, go find merchants that might want to integrate, the PlusBit POS terminal. And there you go. We're part of that. And we're part of that new shop. So these are little things that actually have a great impact. because we are able to exist in all these different platforms. We can push the platform, guys. That's what we do. PlusBit tweet something, I see it, I retweet it, we all retweet it. You know, we help each other in voting. So that's actually really the way this is working and the way it's going to continue to work, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yep.
It's a symbiosis of the two projects. Yeah,
there you go.
Promote each other.
Also, that for cryptocurrency checkout, people go vote. If we are here about talking about voting, so just go.
Yes, let's.
Is there a slide on that?
There is not, but I think we can post the link here.
The link. Oh yeah, sure. YouTube.
Yes,
I did it, but you can remove. Okay.
Yeah, did we get that posted out there? I'll post. I have it here. I mean, I think that's the one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So to mention that, to bring that up, we have good job, guys. 108. We have 108 total votes right now, and that's just amazing.
Yeah. But we can get more of them because I
course.
know there's a lot. We have a big community, and community needs to step up and start voting when we ask them to vote, because we are all in this, so we can do it without community.
Totally. We have hundreds of members on the Discord, so let's test them.
Yeah, we will go to 1,000. Yes, for BitcoinZ. 1,000.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think
realistic, maybe 250. I would say.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a good goal to have. But yeah, 250, 300. And I just want to mention, I think this has a time frame. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Here, it's till October 1st. Basically, we have to stay in the lead until October 1st, right? Okay,
yes.
great. So
it's a 1 month vote. Yeah,
we're doing good, but tell your family, your friends, your wife, I don't know, your other girlfriend.
Yes. Secret.
So yeah, just share that, and as we've always mentioned, we've won a lot of community votes like this, a lot of community coins. I think there's other things we've done before where we win, and I can't express it enough that one person, one vote is important. We don't want to get what would you say, penalized or whatever and not get listed because blah blah blah. So let's just share it, like I said, with your multiple girlfriends or boyfriends, or if your dog or cat can do it. They're not a person, but they're still a living being, so they can do it too.
If they have an email.
Yeah, there you go. You see, I mean, there's so many people, that have their own social media presence, and they have like 1 million, so
if you work in an office with a lot of people, you can go one by one and vote. If you have
there you go.
Company mails and stuff like that, you have different mails, so you get a lot of votes.
Yep, that's the way to do it. You got to help those people yeah, like you said, you have a bunch of people that work at a company. They're all one person, so they can do it. So, okay, guys, I'm going to move on to the next slide here.
Yeah.
We're going to go to, I think, the forum reorganization. I think Monobody.
Sure. I will just highlight again, but the forum is our main engine of our project. This is where the decentralization, the volunteer initiative is displayed. This is where we push for our changes, for our projects, for any initiatives, and how we display this new proposal is very critical, and it is also a sort of a marker or a factor that could be judged. Our project could be judged upon. So we would like to have those proposals as professional, clear, and logic as possible. And I will just say, a great job on the PlusBit multi-currency wallet. I really enjoyed encouraging people to contribute to the cause, and we are now successfully incorporated, and we successfully completed this project, this proposal. But some of other proposals are of lower quality from both the English language clarity or too many votes incorporated in a single proposal. So what we would like to do is to simplify and order this forum, our main, again, engine of this project, and limit to single vote in each proposal. If it's a major proposal with some minor projects, then we can always incorporate that in the thread. But when it's a single big project, then we keep it to the one vote. And if the English is really bad, then what Cryptorex, Vandar, or myself will do is we will delete the proposal. We would contact the author of the proposal in order to come up with a more clear, more logic, and more fluent product that will basically be easy to understand, follow, and execute. So I think there is some room for improvement, and this is one of the proposed solutions that I was thinking of with Cryptorex and Bandar.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
I think we started when we first started this process, there was kind of a template to use.
There is a template here, but not many stick to it.
No one sticks to it, or maybe it is too complicated. So I think some of the key issues we're seeing is that there's so much text, and then there's like 3 different votes in the same thing, and so it's confusing.
Yeah.
So
it's too much.
Yeah, it is too much, and it gets kind of lost the true nature or the true message gets lost in all of the different wording. So we will create an approach that's much simpler and much more straightforward, as well as, like Marubari is saying, moderating it. It needs to be moderated. So
as limited form as possible, because of course we don't want to be censoring or centralizing the forum. We just want sufficient quality of the proposals. So we will never delete permanently a proposal. If we delete anything, then we would come up with the author with a better version of it.
Right.
Not silencing anybody here. We want all the proposals on the table to be still visible, and but with as good form or as good look as feasible. That's
yes, absolutely.
That's the message here.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you mentioned it that way. Exactly. It's not about censoring. It's about kind of grooming the process so that it's clear to the greater community. And, as controversial as they might be, just put it out there. The community is going to respond. They're going to answer. They're going to talk. And as I mentioned in the Agorist Nexus interview, that's also one thing that I've always encouraged discussion. Always. It's about everybody. Whatever changes and, proposals that come up affect everybody involved. So I'm glad you brought that up, Monobody. That's exactly it. Not about silencing. It's really about grooming and communicating, and to have a clean discussion about it. So
it's just optimizing the proposal, really the visibility, the logic, and being as clear as possible. And for everybody who comes and sees the forum for the first time, you want to be showing our best. So when somebody who's exposed for the project for the first time will see, okay, these guys have sound community that keep the standards, and those proposals are actually understandable, clear, and okay, that makes sense.
They're clear.
I could vote on that. I can understand that. I can follow this. So that's our goal here. So we just want to optimize that.
Awesome. Makes sense. And thank you for bringing that up also, Monobody, and kind of, proposing that and approaching us about it and just the community about it. These are the things that really help the process go forward. You've been instrumental again in coordinating a lot of things for us.
My pleasure.
Yeah, you're. I don't know what you do, as your job or day job, but your coordination and managing the way you do it, it's really joined everybody. It's really drawn some really good fluid, coordination, and execution on different things. And I think a lot of the way we're having our meetings now, we can attribute a great deal to you as well. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Rex. I'm here to stay and happy to contribute more.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me. Okay, so we're at our feedback slide, guys. Now let's not be too hard on Rock now.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I think Rock has kept up with the questions here. I've seen some questions, or didn't see any questions much. I think we brought them all.
Just one question was there if there were some rumors with Masternode or something like that. I don't know. I lost the question now. Oh no, wrong channel.
No. There was that there. Somebody did mention it in the chat. You're right.
Alex David asked.
So again, we've talked about that quite a bit, and it's always, I think my response has always been the same. It's, if it is something like that, you would have to figure out a proposal way that, it's fair, and it's not really necessarily based on, somebody having 100 million coins or something, So it's more about securing the network, in my opinion, but that's just my individual opinion. So as far as the rumors concerned, I haven't heard anything from the dev side about that being implemented. I think currently we're actually focused on the core, keeping the core and the chain secured more than really doing something like that. But, from my standpoint, I haven't heard anybody bringing that up. So the rumor is really a rumor, I would say.
Okay. So that's what it is from that question. I would also like to ask about Discord and stats bot, which we have. We need to update CoinMarketCap API, I think, or what?
Oh yes, yes. That actually, we probably should try and find a free API. Well, I think actually CoinMarketCap does have a free API, and I signed up for it, but I just have not changed the code base. But I will add that actually to the list of stuff, and we need to just modify the actual bot in GitHub.
Okay. So because it would be good to have it back, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just asked this because I didn't know if you will try to take care of it, or I will try to find some developer or someone to help.
I mean, if you can, yeah, but I mean, that'll obviously help, get it done. But then it really isn't. I don't think it's a hard fix, so it shouldn't be really hard to do. But yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can.
No, if someone else has any experience with
Python,
yes, he can do it, no problems. I don't have that experience, so I will need to find another developer who will help me. That's why, and that's another year pass.
So I would say that it's not really difficulty though to use the CoinMarketCap API.
Nope.
And it's also a free version, but you are limited on the number of calls that you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm using the free version of in the payment gateway. It's the only thing is that I can actualize it only one time per hours. So for now it's sufficient, I think. But if you would like actualize it every 10 minutes, it will cost much more, I think. But
okay. So every time somebody does the stats thing, it might get throttled, basically.
I think we could just store the value somewhere on a server. I don't know.
Yes, and
and redirect the boot somewhere. I don't know.
That's a good idea.
It should not be so difficult to do it. I don't know, but on my side, I have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. We both have quite a bit to do.
Yeah, but
just to clarify, you guys talking about the bot that when typed in this Discord will spit out the CMC stats, the BitcoinZ current price and volume and exchange, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that needs to be fixed. Okay, I see. Cool.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put that there. in the chat. Pool requests. Welcome. It's really not that. Maybe someone can, contribute that. Like all of us are contributing as well to kind of put that out there and fix that. But again, if I would like to see that if it goes on for too long, maybe we'll have to. I'm not gonna continue to say what I'm gonna say. It would be nice to have someone contribute. We need some more contributors on that end. So
volunteers needed
to bring them on board. Yep.
I might give it a try. I have one little tiny announcement. I have registered my BTCZ.com and BTCZ.world domains. This is my attempt to expand BTCZ exposure in the internet. This basically is a blog, something that I hope will complement the current main BTCZ page, which is the getbtcz.com. But this is I will advertise it more once I have prepared more posts, but I'm just starting it now. But
excellent.
Yeah, that's happening.
Awesome. That's good.
Cool. That's happening.
That's really cool.
Learning to design websites here, but
good.
Another attempt to help our community is ongoing too.
Very welcome. Next time you will check the CMC API.
Maybe I could maybe I can link it to the webpage if you can help me with that.
Yeah, it's only JSON. Come back. You will manage it. It's easy.
I'm on a WordPress scale for now, but I will use rock scale here, and 1 year from now, maybe.
Yeah, thank you. Again me. Why me?
which is coinciding with the rock, because the meaning in Polish rock means actually year.
Thank you also this.
Hey, that's welcome. Fitting, Rock.
What a coincidence.
Jesus, yes. Thanks for all support from you guys.
Great work, Rock. Great work.
Cheers.
Yes,
hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Watch this. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for the feedback and everything. Yeah. Okay. Any closing statements?
I just have one statement more. If someone wants to listen the interview of CryptoRex, I just checked on a radio station. It will be on in about 30 minutes after the Volbeat Black Rose song. After that song, it will be bit CryptoRex interview.
Awesome.
Can you post the link, Rock?
Yes, I just copied but forgot to post it. I will do it just now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I will stay up just to listen to the song.
Okay. Song is not important. Okay. Links are everywhere now. So yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I have I wanted to ask something about the community coin of the month for the BitcoinZ votes. And it says the votes is from the 1st of September to the 1st of October.
Yes.
And I wanted to know if it will be available right after the votes, or it will take some time to be online. If we are going to have some how can I say that?
If you have some support to provide,
if we need volume to trade, maybe if we need to make 10,000 a month or 100,000 a month. If we don't make it, we are going to be delisted.
Oh, you're asking about some conditions.
I wanted to know if we have conditions, because on the page they don't say nothing. They don't talk about fees. They don't talk about conditions. They don't talk about anything. They only talk about what we are going to have, like wallet support and everything of that. But they don't put the conditions if we can be delisted if we don't have volume or something else.
I don't think they're. I don't know the answer directly, but just based on what it is, you're talking about cryptocurrency checkout. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's more of like a payment acceptance feature. So I don't think it necessarily relies on volume.
Mhm.
That's like for
like
WooCommerce or
yes,
some other platform to accept cryptocurrency, I guess.
yes.
Something
but
like that.
I think it's a question to ask them when we get closer to it. I don't know who's in touch with them. But good question. But I don't know if it really applies in that way, since it's not necessarily exchange. It's basically people that want to accept BitcoinZ in their store through their plugin, through the cryptocurrency checkout plugin system. Yeah,
something like that.
I'm not sure if there is a volume request here.
Probably not. It's just
not
like
an exchange.
Yeah.
I would like think myself. It's we have to stay like we are now, and if we are listing now on this, so yeah, we have to stay like we are, and we not will be delisted, or otherwise I don't know. It's if we continue.
Fault.
No, it's not your fault. If we continue like that, we will continue. It's yeah. Because I don't know really from how this was coming. I don't know. It's your fault, Rock.
Yes, thank you. I don't know. Someone posted this link, and I think me, Monobody, and Nukash, and some others.
But it's good, huh? It's good. It's a good thing.
Yes, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And yes, probably Nukash has the answer because they answered to him, I think. I'm not sure, but I think they answered to him. On my mails, they didn't answer. And also Monobody, I think you also sent them.
Yeah, I was involved in sending the emails to them, but they didn't reply to me.
They didn't reply. Also to me, they didn't reply. Just to Nukash, I think they replied. I think to him. So yeah.
Yeah, you can also message them on Discord too.
Okay.
It says that we should not use multiple email accounts in the terms because they might revoke the votes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So keep that in mind, guys.
Yep, absolutely.
And the result of this vote will basically make listing of our coin free of listing fee. There might be additional fees involved, like I don't know, installment of the maintenance. Yeah, so we might still pay something, but the listing fee, which is I don't know exactly how much, will be waived. So that's already a win here.
Could be.
They will come in touch with us, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll inform you guys on the progress of this.
Yep.
But let's keep on voting because this is really a test of our community, and we should stay mobilized and active. Let's do it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, definitely.
During the meeting, we got some votes. More than
yeah, I noticed it's 110 now. Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
nice.
Well, there you go. It's already started then.
Yeah, so it should, but we need a little bit more. Come on, go.
Yeah. We need to keep it going till the end.
CryptoX, you too, go vote, please.
Oh yeah,
you didn't.
Yeah.
You haven't voted yet. Oh my god.
I thought I did. I pressed the vote now, but it didn't make me log in. Oh, now.
Yeah.
A terrible example set.
Yes.
All right. All right, guys. Now it's my fault. I'll take it.
Whew, thank God.
Sounds good. Okay.
Bashing. Good.
Anything else so far? I think we're good.
I think we are done. Yeah,
okay.
That's nice.
Close to the end. Only we can mention that the new next online meeting will be around 12th of December, like it's posted on forum. I think Monobody made that list when the meetings are scheduled. So yeah. So everybody set reminders for 12th of December.
Yes, and I actually go ahead.
15 minutes before. 15 minutes before.
Yes.
Yeah. I will mention also since I think we have a flow that we created this time around, we can probably put a link out there, the links out there probably sooner, so people can start scheduling it and having their own reminders. I know YouTube does reminders, probably all the platforms do reminders, so we can probably post links maybe a couple weeks or a few weeks before, so people can start scheduling the reminder and they can join. So
basically we can post links 1 hour when we finish meeting. In next minute we can post meetings for December.
Yeah, well, we have to create all the links and all that stuff, so I think it'll take a little bit of time to get all those links, and then we can put them in Restream, I guess, right? If we're gonna,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do
All right.
that.
Thanks. I'll just say this. Thanks everybody again for everything that you guys continue to do, and the community support and everything that we've come this far, and we're going to continue to move forward. And thanks, Marcellus, for happy birthday in French. That was great. Great touch to an international community. But that said, I'm done. I leave it to the rest of the people closing comments or anything they want to say.
And this is Zcash. Get 5% off at naturalhempstations.com if you use BitcoinZ.
Awesome.
Thank you. But
Thanks, Zcash.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, thanks everyone. Thanks, man. Thanks, CryptoRex first to be here, like everyone, natural and nice voice. Yeah, and Vandar as well for your nice slide.
Yeah, thanks for
and Rock for everyone what you do. It's very good what we are doing. I'm pretty sure. Awesome to be here. Thanks.
Yes, it's great.
Cool.
Sounds good, guys.
Okay.
Nice.
Like we can conclude.
Okay.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
Good weekend. Good
Bye.
night. Good evening. Good morning.
Have a
good
nice
afternoon.
weekend, guys.